everybody. Welcome back to another show. Hi. Today we're reacting to some crazy Am I the A-hole threads, posts.
Gimme the threads.
Am I the a-hole for charging my roommates a, quote, clean air fee to make things more fair?
Clean air fee? Sounds like you had some gassy roommates. Maybe we need a clean air fee.
I like how you hear
house.
clean air and it honestly just makes you think of farts. Hello, Reddit. I don't usually use this website, but my roommates told me to post on here in hopes that some outside perspectives will help us settle the situation, hence the brand new account. Ooh, I don't know if people are going to be on your side, buddy, but we'll see. The three of us live in a 3x3 and split costs equally 3 ways, for the most part. I have a slightly bigger bedroom, so I pay a bit more than my other 2 roommates in rent. However, at the moment, I feel like I'm putting more work into maintaining the environment that we all get to enjoy, and I should be compensated fairly for that. Okay.
Okay.
I have already seen this, just FYI. I'm like, I can't even just wait. Just wait. I have over 100 different houseplants throughout the apartment, including shared spaces like the living room that I spend hours every week and thousands of dollars caring for, purchasing, and maintaining.
100 houseplants? That's ridiculous. How big is this place? Are you living in a greenhouse? I have enough trouble watering my 3 plants.
You don't. I water them.
Point proven.
The presence of these plants contributes to the cleanliness of the air that we breathe in our home. You see where this guy's going? You see where this is going?
I'm not going to jump to conclusions. But sounds a little cray-cray.
With so many plants in the house, our home air quality is obviously superior to those without house plants. I don't know if it really makes that much of a difference. Like, I think you need to have like specific, like, see that snake plant? I think snake plants help purify the air. But other than that, I don't think house plants make that much of a difference.
Yeah, especially if like you're in an old apartment. There's a lot of mold and mildew and doo-doo.
Source, trust me, bro. Because I put so much money and so many hours of work into these plants, I mean, that's kind of your choice, buddy. I feel like my roommates should contribute to that financial burden by paying what we would call a clean air fee.
You realize how insane you sound?
This is ridiculous! Something reasonable like $25 a month from each roommate would really help offset the costs of things like fertilizer, new pots, soil, etc.
I'm so proud of you.
They're your plants.
They're
man.
literally your plants. It's your choice. It's kind of like having a dog and then expecting your roommates to pay for your dog food. It's not like that at all, but like, you get what I mean? You get where I'm going?
Do you have something to say? The first time I asked Charlotte to buy dog food, she was like, it's your dog.
It is.
It's like, now he is your son.
He is also my adopted son, yes.
That's actually a great analogy.
And the time I put into taking care of these plants. I think this is an incredibly fair agreement for my roommates, as they get the benefit of living in a house with organically clean air and not doing any of the work. They think I'm being unreasonable and selfish. Yes. I mean, I would maybe get rid of some plants. Like, who has 100 houseplants? I told them I would be willing to compromise and not charge them the fee if they would hold their breath between...
Are you kidding me?
If they would hold their breath between the front door and going to their bedrooms. Buddy!
Are you joking me?
Buddy! Which isn't even far. It's not like we live in a huge apartment. So they aren't breathing the plant cleaned air they aren't paying
I'm already hyperventilating when I have to take a shit, you know? Like, can you imagine, like... Oh, man, that is so ridiculous.
You're ridiculous. They think that's stupid, but have yet to propose another reasonable compromise. You can move out.
How about you just can do it yourself?
Get rid of some houseplants if it's too much work for you, but don't expect other people to pay for your choices.
What happens when you, like, maybe someone moves in with you and you make them pay for your houseplants?
Give me rent.
So basically, that's where we're at. I'm the one who everyone gives rent money to, and then I write a check to the landlord. So if we don't figure this out by next time rent is due, it's going to be a problem. How can I get my roommates to see/understand my side of this? You won't, because it's delusional. You are drinking the Delulu lemonade.
You shop at the Lululemon. I can see where you're coming from, though. Like, I understand you put a lot of work into these plants, and I'm sure they're gorgeous, but hold your breath to go to the bathroom. Are you...
You're ridiculous.
I'm so curious, like, how you fit all those plants in that apartment.
I've had roommates remark that they can hear the music I listen to in my bedroom. I've never thought to charge them a nominal entertainment fee.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Isn't it also basically bollocks that plants do that much for the air as well? In a house/flat, there's no way they purify the air to that extent. This is what I'm saying is, like, I don't actually think it does that much. I think maybe specific plants help, like that snake plant.
When you have people over, do you charge cover? welcome to my place. Just leave, pay what you can at the door.
Can they charge a taking up shared space with your plants fee? Your plants are basically your roommates at this point. I feel like your plants should be paying rent. They're living in your house rent free.
It's tough to find an affordable pot in this city these days.
Depends what kind of pot.
You're talking about the devil's lettuce, aren't you?
You're the a-hole. You are being a massive a-hole and so unreasonable. Like, what the actual hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know how like serious this is, man, but maybe you have good intentions, but you sound insane.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're a nice person, but like this is ridiculous. I would be out of that apartment very quickly.
I would feel weird about sharing a space with someone like that.
Yeah.
Moving on. How do I inform this woman that she's not my girlfriend? I am in a peculiar situation. This woman we will call Rachel is under the impression that we are in a relationship.
What gave her that impression?
This has been going on for 4 years.
For 4 years?
4 years. I've never asked her to be my girlfriend, but there was a miscommunication at some point. Wow, you let this go on for 4 years and you haven't had a discussion about it? Buddy.
There's nothing to discuss.
Now, I won't lie, I played into it a lot and I shouldn't have. You don't find that funny?
No, it's just like, it's outrageous.
It is outrageous. I did all the couples things all couples do, but never asked her to be my girlfriend at all. Maybe it was something that she didn't feel needed a conversation after 4 years with someone. Unless they say otherwise, you're in a relationship, buddy.
Yeah, but I don't wanna.
I've never referred to her as my girlfriend. I didn't stop her from calling me her boyfriend or wanting to celebrate our anniversary.
Or the engagement ring that you got this girl, apparently.
In my mind, however, I was single. Does she know that? So when I hear her ask about marriage or moving in together, it makes no sense. I figured she would one day realize I never officially asked her and then realize it before things got out of hand, but she never did. Oh dear. Oh Lord.
Oh my God, dude. What is happening right now?
Basically, you've been kind of probably being you've probably been cheating, but you're not in a relationship. I'm sorry, dude, but you got to have an adult conversation with this person. Like,
how have you not talked about this in 4 years?
Know. Yeah, because he wants his cake and he wants to eat it too. That's why he hasn't talked about it. Everything was fine until about a month ago I met this beautiful woman. There's this food truck that isn't far from my house. I've asked her for her number and we hit it off. Things are getting serious and I'm gonna ask her to be my girlfriend soon. You sound like you're a child.
Things are getting very serious and I'm gonna invite her over for some Netflix and chill. And then I gotta ask her to be my girlfriend.
We're gonna watch Miss Rachel and chill.
I'm gonna watch Miss Rachel and chill and I ask her to be my girlfriend after.
Before I do that, I need to address the elephant in the room with Rachel. Miss Rachel? What were they doing for 4 years that she thinks marriage is on the table and he doesn't even think they're in a relationship despite admittedly doing all the things that couples do? I think what's going on here is that you were in a relationship, but now that you've met somebody else, you're kind of trying to justify your actions in meeting somebody else. Oh, I never said I wanted to be exclusive.
Buddy, that works for like maybe 6 months.
It worked. Are you admitting to it?
No, I'm just saying like sometimes it's on and off for a few months. 6 months max, I'm saying.
6 months max,
4
yeah.
years? Yeah. You guys probably just sort of went on a break and then kind of started, again. And I don't know how she sort of fell into this trap. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that he probably did things to like make her think that like, if they're acting like couples and they're celebrating their anniversary. I'm sorry, dude, but like.
Anniversary of what? Friendship? I don't know what to say, man. Yes, you are a bit of an a-hole here. More of an airhead, actually.
By his logic, my husband and I aren't married because we never officially were made boyfriend and girlfriend first. Actually, I don't even think we had that conversation. It was just kind of like, so are we doing this? And this could have meant anything, to be honest.
Well, I think we both said, I'm going to delete my Hinge now.
But even that could be like, you could like meet somebody and be like, well, we never had the conversation, so.
Emotional damage!
I think we kind of did. You were like, and I was like, We were like,
as simple as that. But even then, we didn't officially have that conversation. So technically, we're not in a relationship.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
No, technically not. So wait, actually, since with our witnesses here, what do you think? Should we, do you want to be in a relationship?
I would love to, yeah.
See, the thing is, I've met someone else.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, she's really cute.
She's really cute. She watched Miss Rachel with you.
Yeah, but it's been great, so thank you for everything.
Oh, yeah? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Are you going to like move out now or?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm keeping Murph since I pay for the dog food and stuff. He can't commit to an actual relationship yet wants to ask out someone else. Did he hear himself?
It's a bit of a cop-out, man. Just have an adult conversation and say, look, fine, we were in a relationship for 4 years and I'm breaking up with you.
If you ever tell her, well, we never actually had the discussion. I would be so livid if someone that I was dating after 4 years told me, well, we were never exclusive. Buddy, heads would roll.
We weren't official on Facebook.
You need to have a discussion with this woman and acknowledge that she was your girlfriend and break up with her.
I can't believe you posted this on Reddit, bro. You're probably getting skewered.
Dude, honestly, and she did post an update that says, for clarification purpose, I was wrong. I'm remorseful and disgusted with my actions. I know people think I'm not remorseful, but that's not true at all. What I did was disgusting. You said it.
It's more just like ignorant. I'm sure you're not a terrible person. You just
It was a cop-out. It sounds like that was you gaslighting us into thinking that you weren't in a relationship.
You probably just were with this girl. Maybe you just didn't think you could do better or something like that, or you were settling in your own eyes or something. I don't know. But you have to be honest with yourself, and you don't want to waste someone's time. So if you know you don't want to be with someone, get out of it. Don't waste their time, because now that's 4 years that she can't have back. And now she's going to have trust issues with people. Or she might scare her next boyfriend and be like, the first date, are we boyfriend and girlfriend? And he might be like, ugh.
No, I think that you need to like acknowledge to her and like acknowledge that you kind of wasted this woman's time. You break up with her like a grown ass man.
Those are the hardest conversations ever. But I think when you have them afterwards, you just feel great. In a sense of like you're proud of what you did because it's the respectful and right thing to do.
It is respectful. It's don't waste any more of this.
Not over the phone. Don't be a coward.
Yeah, come on.
In person.
Mm-hmm.
I feel attacked.
Maybe over coffee, actually. It's better.
Be an adult. Like, it's not even men, you know? Like, everybody needs to learn how to have these, like, difficult conversations. Like, don't just, like, tiptoe around it.
Whoever you are, if you have to have a conversation, have it. It's hard. It's uncomfortable. But I think, like, even if it's a couple years later or 10 years later, you'll look back and say, I'm proud that I did that. I think we should have a talk, actually. Do you want to go for a coffee?
Am I the a-hole for ignoring my coworker and not talking to her anymore after she rejected me?
Okay.
My coworker, 23 female, and I, 23 male, have been best friends from elementary school. We've been through middle school, high school, and college. We even got accepted into the same college and also got into the same company after graduating, although we work in different fields. It was great because we could have lunches together, and it was also nice having my best friend at work. We dated different people in our life, but never each other, although I did come close to asking her out a few times, but never got the courage to do so. So a couple of weeks ago, I did somehow muster up the courage to ask her out because I genuinely thought over the past few months there was some tension building between us, and we were both single, so I thought I would give it a shot. But she seemed slightly shocked that I asked her out and asked if we could just remain friends because the friendship was really valuable. I was genuinely hurt, and she could probably see it in my face, and she apologized, but I told her it was okay and that there was no need to apologize. The next day, however, I wasn't feeling too great, and when I saw her at work and when she said hi, I just ignored her and went to my desk. I didn't have lunch with her that afternoon and ignored a couple of her texts. This carried on for the next couple of days where I just ignored her, but after that, she stopped saying hi to me. I have noticed her looking at me a few times, but it's like we're complete strangers now. Am I the a-hole?
There's no one is an a-hole in this situation. It's just like
it's awkward.
It's awkward. I actually have been through this a couple of times. I was a romantic, okay? And like if I had a crush on someone, I'd be like, hey, I like you. And they'd be like, I like you too as a friend. And I'm like, ugh. So I've been through this a lot. It's just awkward, you know? Your friendship, if it's strong, if you care about it enough, it'll sort of revitalize over time, but it's gonna be awkward. That's the risk you take when you confront someone that you like, that you're very close with.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I think that you're hurt and you feel rejected, and it sounds like you've liked this person for a really long time. I get why you feel some type of way. I do. Were you just friends with her because you liked her romantically, or like, did you care about the friendship?
Well, you guys were friends for so long.
Yeah, you were friends for a really long time. I feel like maybe you could communicate to her that it's like, I'm just sort of feeling like I need a little bit of space right now. Could we take like a bit of a breather or something, rather than outright ignoring her? Because that's not necessarily fair either. I think it's totally fair for you to need space, but maybe like verbalize that instead of just like ignoring someone that you ate lunch with for years and like went to school with, and you know?
I feel like right when it happens, you're probably feeling so uncomfortable and awkward, and that's totally normal. Just tell her you need a bit of space, and like you've known each other for so long, which almost makes it even more complicated. Because if it's just a stranger, you're just like, okay, well, whatever. But you guys have a long relationship. I imagine your families know each other probably. It is what it is. And hey, you guys could still end up together at some point. You never know. I mean, maybe one day, like you guys date other people and then one day realize that you're a great fit. You never know. It's just not now. So don't take it the wrong way. Or maybe she genuinely didn't know or didn't think of you that way, and she's now starting to think about it a bit more. And at least you went for it.
You shooted your shotted.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
This is actually quite conflicting, divisive, because like there's a lot of people who are saying he's the a-hole, and there's a lot of people who are saying I totally get where he's coming from. So let's read all the takes, the hot takes.
I don't think it's as polarizing as it needs to be, but okay.
Yeah, you're the a-hole. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to be friends with someone who rejects you if the relationship starts or transitions early on to romantic interests. You just dropped a childhood best friend because after 15 plus years of friendship, she didn't view you romantically. Honestly, she's probably more messed up than you are because she knows that a friendship she valued was never actually real. And just a long con to sleep with her.
No, that's not true at all. That's just a very cynical way of looking at it. The long con? Oh my God.
But hey, listen, if something as simple as like she doesn't want to be involved romantically, he saw that and heard that, and then all of a sudden now the friendship isn't worth anything to him.
He just put all his cards on the table and she said no, and it's awkward.
Yeah, it is awkward.
That's a very like cynical way of looking at it, I think.
Yeah, it is cynical, but I think if he wants nothing to do with the friendship anymore, he's the a-hole. If all he needs is some space, he's not the a-hole.
Maybe he just needs to get over the fact that it's going to be awkward for a while. And your friendship will heal. The long con, bro, they've been friends since elementary school.
Okay, so here's an addition to that comment. What a non-a-hole would have done is to let her know that you still want to be friends and you just need a little time to get over the awkwardness.
Of course, that's the helicopter view. But again,
Yeah.
when you're in these things, the initial response is the inner child or whatever is just like hurt. You're like, oh God, I'm so embarrassed. Why did I do that? I ruined everything. She hates me, all this stuff. Maybe I'm more of an empathic kind of person. I see what you're saying. I see what this person is also saying. I don't think it's like that. It's one thing if they were coworker friends who became close and then he's like, hey, you want to date? And she said no. And he's like, you. That's one thing, but they've been friends for years.
So OP responded to that and said, it wasn't about sleeping with her. It's just that we had so many shared interests and memories together and we vibed so well. So I thought there could have been something more than a friendship with us, but I obviously miscalculated it. I don't really want to be friends with her anymore. It's not her fault. I just want to heal emotionally, and not being friends with her and cutting her off completely helps me in my healing process. I mean, you're mourning a relationship that never existed.
He's had a crush on her for a long time.
Yeah, but she didn't know that. That's not her fault.
Maybe just every time he sees her, he just sees like a failed opportunity. Maybe he's just like really being really hard on himself. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to throw his friendship away, but he just needs time. Like, I think like they'll become friends again.
I hope so. Agree to disagree. Honestly, maybe with this one. I get where you're coming from too. Like, it sucks to be rejected. Like, I get it. I think in this circumstance though, if it was someone that you've known for like 15 years, it kind of sucks that you're throwing away a friendship and you only saw that friendship as like a, maybe you should have clearly needed something more concrete than just maybe some tension that you thought was there before you ruined a friendship.
Maybe this is like the opposite of the other am I the a-hole of like in his mind, like they were like destined to be together and they weren't, but he was building it up in his mind that they were in this relationship for so long. I don't know. Maybe I've been there before.
Yeah, I think we all have. I've definitely wanted to like block people that have rejected me, but not necessarily friends that I've known for a really long time.
But how old is this guy?
23 and 24.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're both 23.
You guys are young.
It seems like a really immature response.
Yeah, it is. Just give these, like, you're 23. You'll be fine.
Honestly, this may be a hot take, but I get it. I haven't been in this situation, but I very much understand that he'd want to take time off from this friendship after knowing her for X amount of years, putting his whole heart on the line by asking her out, then getting rejected. It's awkward, it's embarrassing, it hurts. He just needs time and healing. I don't think anyone is the a-hole.
It's an old friendship. They're young. They don't quite know how to talk to each other about it yet. I think about the relationships I was in university. I don't think it's fair to call this kid an ass, even though he's like 23. I mean, you're old enough to make your own decisions, but it may take a year, may take 5, but they'll come back to each other. They just need to mature a bit more. And maybe the way he handled it wasn't right, but I don't think he's an ass. And I don't think she is either. I think they're just young.
So, no one is the according to Mike Ricci. I kind of think that he could have handled it differently. I want to know what you guys think. Is he being an a-hole? Do you understand where he's coming from? Let me know in the comments.
I feel like this is the most divided we've ever been.
Totally. But
it's not like a controversial thing. It's just,
by the way, we can have differing opinions and not be mad at each other, just so you know. Just in case you watch some of these videos and you get mad because someone has a different opinion. It's okay. We're still gonna make out later. So if we can get over it, so can you.
I may get hate. I don't really care. I can understand why he did what he did. Could he have handled it better? Yes.
There we go. All right.
Good.
Subscribe.